I want to have a frank discussion about psychosis, an honest conversation about some of the aspects about it that I haven't talked about before on this channel. And if you're new here, my name is Kit. I experience psychosis because I have schizoaffective disorder, which is a psychotic disorder. And it's the whole reason I have my channel and everything. But anyway, today I am coming back from an awesome trip to New York City, which is great. I had a fantastic time the entire trip. But the problem is that travel can be stressful for me because it's a lot to keep up with. It's a very intense experience, and I'm terrified of passenger aircraft, so getting on a plane is very nerve-wracking for me. And as a result, I kind of had this suspicion that I would probably have symptoms when I got back at some point. And today, I was at work, and suddenly I got this dreamlike reality shift break thing where back when I didn't know it was psychosis, I described it as if a feeling of the universe getting a crack in it and then it just breaking through a bit, and like what was beyond was what I was feeling. And I truly did believe that for a very long time, that it was just universe noise, universe stuff, and that was why I was kind of experiencing all these emotions of just, I don't know, not everything not being quite so real. And the thing about psychosis that I don't talk too much about, because treatment has made things a lot different, is how it really does make me confuse reality a lot. And I'm really sick of being confused when I do experience psychosis and stuff. And for the most part, because of treatment, I do know that when I'm hearing voices, I'm hearing voices. I get them internally, so I hear them in the same headspace as thoughts. And it's kind of easy to figure out, hey, it's a voice that doesn't sound like me in my head. It's not external, it's internal. Well, it's probably psychosis. And that's how I go about my life and everything. And it's very helpful, because if it was external, which I do get some external voices and sounds and stuff, but it doesn't happen very often. But if it was external, I feel like I'd be a lot more confused. But the thing that still gets me is, while I do hear voices as the majority of my psychotic symptoms, when I get these reality shift break things, it really messes with me, because it brings me back to the place where I didn't know it wasn't real. And that place is also where I truly believe it's real. And it's very hard to explain to someone who doesn't experience psychosis, and so I will do my best. But it's kind of like the whole world tilts a bit. Everything just seems slightly off, like kind of how when you watch, like, I don't know, a Tim Burton movie, it's like very off and off-kilter and stuff. And I'm not saying my life is a Tim Burton movie by any means at all, but it's kind of like the things are just a little bit off, a little bit different, a little bit not quite right. And it's that feeling that creeps up on me when I start to kind of not slip into psychosis, because it's not a full takeover, it's not a full break when it happens, but it's what happens when I know I'm about to be experiencing symptoms, at least the tamped down versions I get now. And today I got that feeling, and it's still there. I still feel like everything's off and different and not right, and like, yeah, I'm on meds, and the meds help because this isn't happening all of the time, but it still happens, and it still threatens to take over my life, threatens to drag me back down, and I just want it to kind of stop and stay gone. And just because this is happening doesn't mean my meds aren't working. My meds are great. They're the right dosage and everything. It's a myth that meds get rid of symptoms entirely for most people. But I'm kind of sitting here knowing that my night is not going to be good. It's not going to be great. I get this feeling when I get that crack in the universe feeling. That crack in the universe feeling, I kind of also get accompanied this feeling of like a pressure on my back, like there's something back there. And I've been feeling that too, and that's not fun because it's physical almost. And like, I know it's not technically real, but it feels real and I react to it like it's real. And I just, I wish this wasn't my life. I wish I didn't have to deal with any of this because I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't even ask for the nice voices and the nice psychosis. I didn't ask for the good experiences. I mean, it's easy to say I didn't ask for the bad ones, but I didn't ask for the good ones either. I didn't ask for any of this. And I still have to deal with it. And I hope to live a long time. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna stay alive on this earth as long as I can, but it's gonna stick around. It's life. This is my reality, and I really hate it. I really hate it a lot. I hate that I get to go to my job and live my life and be stable for a while, and then the second stress hits me, my brain goes, hey, let's have symptoms. Let's make Kit question what's going on around her. Let's make her think that she's seeing into an alternate dimension mentally. Because here's the thing. In addition to the reality shift break thing, I also get these things called extracampine hallucinations, which is a fancy term for I feel like I'm not alone. I feel like there is something in the room with me, watching me there, no emotions, no interaction, can't talk to it, it doesn't talk back, it's just there. And going through my life, going through my day to day, feeling like I'm being watched, even though there's no one. I'm alone. I'm alone. So on top of everything, it just piles. It just piles up. And yeah, I really wish it would quit. And the thing is, a couple days from now, I'm probably gonna excuse me. I'm probably gonna be fine because I'm always fine. Because I'm always okay, because I always recover, because I do my treatment, I take my pills. I've never not taken my pills out of choice. And I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to be okay. But yeah, psychosis sucks. And I do have to keep dealing with it. And I'm going to keep dealing with it. Whether I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes I wish the meds would get rid of it entirely. But yeah, psychotic disorders really, really are that bad. At least for me. So yeah, I live a fairly normal life otherwise. And I'll hang on to that. Yeah. Okay. Bye.